All right, hey, welcome back, everybody. So, if you have not been on the up and up with what is going on with Raid is actually doing some pretty big changes here recently, and one of the changes that they're doing um, is they're finally answering the question of, you know, what are we going to do with all these extra fragments we have from past legendary fusions and epic fusions? And Plarium really didn't say anything for a while. A couple years ago during New Year's and the Christmas season, they did events where you could get old fragments for old legendaries and epics that you hadn't finished. And we expected this to keep happening like every year around Christmas, where it was very nice of them to do that for you. Because I personally myself am missing fragments for like Bivald. I think I need 30 for him, but I opened one, so I really don't care to get another one. Um, essentially just like that, right? So this is what they're doing, okay? This is going to be the fragment exchange. Transfer unspent champion fragments into exchange points. One exchange point equals one legendary champion fragment or five epic champion fragments. Champions whose fragments can be transferred are marked by a broken fragment icon, like so, okay? In the fragment summon tab at the portal. The fragment exchange chest. So here's the thing, you exchange your fragments, you get these exchange points, and then we're able to open a chest, okay? It says it right here, fragment exchange chest. 1, you will use 5 exchange points to open one fragment exchange chest. So 5 of the legendary champion fragments get you one chest, right? Think about it like that. 25 of the epics, right? 5 times 5 is 25, gets you one chest, okay? Open up to 10 fragment exchange chests a week. The limit gets reset every Monday at midnight UTC. You can open fragment exchange chests one by one or open all 10 at once. Each chest contains one of the following random rewards: High Mother Mod fragments, which is a new legendary, right? And even says down here she can only be collected through these fragment chests. She cannot be in the summon pool or any other way. Um, so you can get fragments for her, XP Brews, XP Barrel, Chicken Feast, Greater Potion, and Skill Tomes rare through legendary, no mythics. That's fine. Is what it is. They're hard enough to get right now, but it's like, unless you're fucking dropping some serious cash on the game, you ain't fucking getting any other mythics other than Lady Mikage, right? So that's what that is. So it is kind of a bummer that it's still a percentage chance of you not getting High Mother Mod fragments up to 100 to fucking get High Mother Mod. Um, so they posted this yesterday, right? And I was at work yesterday, and I went out to dinner and stuff. And I've been busy. I just got off my stretch for work, so um, I'm back for a couple days. Okay, but then they dropped this today. We're gonna read this in real time. You can get my real reaction. Wow, how about that content? You know what I'm saying? So here it is. Hi, Mother Maud. Her A1 Blessed Spear. She is a force support legendary, and this aesthetic looks cool. She has a halo behind her. She has this giant like deacon hat on. For some reason, they love it so these women can't see. Um, she has a spear here. It's got some ambient effect on it. She looks cool. Okay, her A1. This book's up to a 70% chance of placing decreased attack for 2 turns, and also has a 100% chance of placing increased attack on the ally with the highest attack for a turn. That's with her A1. That's kind of cool. Anointed Phalanx. Books to a 3-turn cooldown, books up to a 100% chance, attacks all enemies, decreasing the duration of all enemy buffs by 2 turns, then increases the duration of all ally buffs by 1 turn. Also heals all allies by 20% of their max HP. That's pretty good. That is actually a very good ability, that A2. And here we go. Her A3 Psalm of Revival books to a 4-turn cooldown, revives all dead allies with 50% HP, 50% turn meter. If an ally's defense is equal to or higher than their attack, gives them increased defense. But if their attack is higher than their defense, gives them increased attack instead. So it's very cool that, you have the 2 different types of things. You either have, attack damage dealers, defensive damage dealers, or just supports, right? The supports will get increased defense, keep them alive longer, very good. And when the you know, the ones for attack come back, you got your nukers. You're like, well, you hope they live long enough, right? I just keep thinking there's going to be a Torm in the Cold on the other team, for that kind of thing. And then her passive is Shining Evensong. Removes one random debuff from all allies at the start of her turn. Okay. And then places continuous heal buff on the ally with the lowest HP for a turn at the end of this champion's turn. Her aura is increase ally action in all battles by 60. So she's actually pretty cool. She is a very much buffed version of God, let me go find her. What am I doing here right now? Oh, we're about to have server maintenance anyways. And we got through 3. Uh so right now, Doom Priest, she is a mix between, I would say, Doom Priest's passive and Tuhanarok's passive. So we can look at Tuhanarok. She's a Void Legendary from the Barbarians. I don't have her. She is amazing. She does do a debuff spread, and she does do this cleanse here, right? That's pretty neat. And then we can go down and look at Doom Priest, which is a Night Rev Epic, which I didn't have forever. And then I finally got one, and now I've gotten, I've opened like so many of them now. But she's originally the one that started this, passive here where you cleanse a random debuff from all allies started this champion's turn. So essentially that is what she is. Now if we go up here, she in Bannerlord, oh no, she's Sacred Order. That ain't Sacred Order. There we are. She is not here yet. Okay. That's where she's going to be chilling out. All right. But there you go. That's going to be High Mother Maud. A very, looks like a very solid, good champion. I wouldn't be upset, I'm obviously I'm going to be going for her. I saw Nubs do his thing where he went to his fragment summons and he like calculated them out of like how much, you know, points he would get. And what they say, it's 5-1. He had about 40 shards, give or take 40 points. So he was going to be able to open like, oh fuck, I don't know, 8 chests, which is kind of a bummer. But I mean, look at this. I have so many, right? So I'll get 5 points here, 5 points here. I'll get friggin' 10 points here, 20, 30, 40, 50. Geez. Yeah, I mean, I'm going to do the math here quick, and I'll come right back and I'll show you how many I'll actually have. I'll be right back. So we're back here. I don't know if you can see this. I don't know if I can honestly make this text bigger. Edits. Yeah, it's not going to let me. But essentially, I calculated it up. I have 325 epic fragments. I have 640 Lego fragments, okay? So the legendary fragments are 1-to-1, so 640 points for that. And then when I divide 325 by 5, I get 65, okay? So I have total 705 points, right? And now at a 5-to-1 ratio, so we're going to divide 705 by 5, we're going to get 141. That's how many chests I'm going to be able to open. And I guarantee you I may sadly fucking get maybe a third of the fragments for Maud. Luckily, if I'm really lucky, I'll be able to get Maud right away. We can only do what they said, 10 a week. So I mean, 14 weeks of me just opening up these chests, hoping for something good. I mean, it ought to be fun. I hope so. It'd be really interesting to see what the mined data is on this. And now also given it, the ones I'm able to, exchange will have the broken symbol. And that's, that's going, okay, what are the stipulations on that, right? So I Yellow Gurna, I've fused one of her already, I think, or no, I didn't. I think I ended up pulling one. So like, is the stipulation going to be you didn't fuse this champion, so you cannot, turn in those fragments? That's a concern I have, because that's going to be a bummer, because I didn't do Timothy the Fool, and I don't fucking care to finish this fragment. I never fused Bivald Thorn, but I opened one from open one from shards. So it's like, I don't care to fuse this guy. I'd like to just to turn those into points. Jetney, same thing. I didn't do her fusion, but I'd like to turn that in for points because I don't care if I get a Jetney. Great Hill Floraka, same thing. Didn't fuse her, but fuck, get rid of this thing. Awful, awful champion, right? Kreela, I fused, I think, twice because I did their thing. Was it twice? I want to say I fused her twice because they gave us enough of the fragments for that one New Year's / Christmas thing that I was able to do it again, and I still have 50 left over. Rule the Huntsmaster, I fused him. I didn't go for Strategos Island, so that's another thing. It's like, just let me turn this shit in. I don't want this guy. Iron Brago, fused him. Kaya the Rye, Got 30 of her. I don't think they're going to list to come back at this, right? I never fused her. Didn't go for her. Roric Wormbane, Borgoth, Thylesia, Versolf. I mean, it goes on and on and on, right? So I'm hoping that they allow us to do it. And it's a good thing too. If you look down here at these little fragments, if anybody's ever like bought these, it's smart of them not to, I guess, let us get the rare ones and do a ratio of like 10-1, because you could just, well, it's actually not smart. It would actually be beneficial for the community if you could, if you just wanted to go and buy that shit. You know what I mean? Like you just go here and you're like, oh well, eventually, you could turn these in like 10-1, right? You could turn one of these into 1 point. That'd be pretty cool. Think they might need to rethink that, because that would definitely be like a funneling system for players that can't get out of bronze or they can't get out of silver, and then try to buy these rewards, and they can just start, essentially essentially fragment laundering through here. But that's my thought on that. I actually also think they need to take away the restrictions on these packets here to be like, well, you know, you need to be in gold to buy this and silver to buy this. No, this just needs to be for everybody. This needs to be for everybody. The only thing that should matter on rewards for rank is at the end of the week when you get your chest, right? That's it. That's my thought. But that's gonna be it today, guys. One video of many. I will be doing an account takeover tomorrow for a clan mate of mine. He needs a Nightmare Hydra team, and I'm gonna help him. So stay tuned for that. We'll probably do that live. We'll see if I chop that up into little bits and make a little video out of it. But yeah, I mean that's it. I do have a lot of shows booked this year so far, and I think after those shows are done this first half of the year, I'm going to take a break from comedy to write more material, because to be honest, I'm getting real tired of doing the same material in front of the same crowds, and we kind of need to branch out to different cities instead of just here in Bismarck, North Dakota. So, you know what I mean? So there's that. That's looking up. Yeah, I really don't have anything else to say. Hope you all have a great day, and we'll catch you next time. Bye bye.